the 2021 Bronco Sport Base. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, where you can find the most in-depth video walkarounds on our different Ford vehicles, specific to the model and trim. So just like with this Bronco Sport behind me, we're going to cover the base trim, and we're going to cover all the standard equipment in this video. Now in the past, I've actually, before when you're trying to order these, reserve yours and try to figure out which trim and what optional equipment you can choose on the build and price, I actually did a video on all the different optional equipment, the different packages you can get, and how you can build those up on the Bronco Sport for each of the different trims, including the base. So refer to that video, should show up over here in the corner. If not, in the description, you can find that video. I'm not gonna cover all the optional equipment and different packages in this video. We're just gonna cover the standard equipment because since I have a video on that, it'd be a little redundant. So go ahead and refer to that video if you want to see, go further on this video and see more information on what other different optional equipment you can get on the base trim. In this video, we're gonna focus on the base, the standard equipment on the base. What do you get with every Bronco Sport? We're going to cover it in this video. If you're interested in getting this Bronco, this is available for sale. It's going to be on our website. You can check that out there. Also, there's free shipping available. I'll talk more about the free shipping at the end of this video. There's also timestamps as we go around this down there. If you're watching this on a desktop, you'll be able to see those on the timeline. So just click over if you want to move along, as well as information about free shipping at the end of the video. There'll be a timestamp for that as well. First time watching one of our videos, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can get subscribed to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. You also get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. So let's dive right in and talk about this. Going to start with safety like I do on all my other videos. So let's go ahead and cover some of those safety features first. Now this wouldn't be a complete guide if I didn't cover some of the safety features that Ford put in place on all their Bronco Sports. Now if you did watch my Big Ben video, I actually put it out a few weeks ago, the base has the same safety features on all the models, so they don't leave any of them out. Everything I talk about in the safety features section here is the same as I did on the Big Ben. So if you watch that video, you can flip ahead, or if you don't care about some of these safety features, move ahead to the front of the vehicle with the next timestamp. For those of you that want to check these safety features out, let's get started here. So talking about the airbags first, the driver and front passenger are going to have a dual stage airbag, which means that it's going to deploy a different size airbag depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. It does have sensors underneath those seats so that it knows how close you are, and it deploys the correct size airbag for your position. Also, you're going to have a driver knee airbag that's going to deploy down from that steering column, so that way if you're in a front collision, it's going to protect you and deploy that airbag to cover your knees so you don't have any issues there. Side impact airbag for the driver and front passenger is going to deploy an airbag from the side of those seats, so that way it helps from any side collision. Most of your collisions happen to the front of the vehicle, so that's why they want to protect those occupants up there from those side collisions. Safety canopy airbag as well with rollover sensors, so it's going to deploy those airbags beside the vehicle there if you have a rollover situation. Really protects from breaking glass, hopefully, to getting inside to those in the front, as well as the rear seat, and protect them from those rollover situations. Now this does have advanced track with roll stability control, so hopefully you don't have that happen. So advanced track is a fancy word. It uses a series of brakes around the vehicle in milliseconds to help keep you on your intended path. So if you go in maybe that curve a little too fast, or on a slick driving day, it's going to use advanced track to help you keep you on your intended path. Also, if you do have an accident, get off the side of the road. It does have SOS post-crash alert system that honks the horns, flash the lights so people know that you're needing to come to your safety if you're unconscious or something like that. Also, you have 911 assist. So for some reason you're not able to get to your phone, if you're connected using the Bluetooth, it will call 911 directly if you're in an accident, so that they can come to your safety as well. So great safety precautions there. For those in the back seat, there is a child safety lock on these rear doors, so you can just turn that if you want to lock that out. Comes in handy. You do have auto unlock lock, but if you're stopped, the vehicle maybe is unlocked and those kids want to jump out or something, you don't want them to, it does lock those, you can lock those doors out. Also, you have the latch system, that lower anchors and tethers for children. Most vehicles have these anymore, but it does have those secure positions in the bottom of that seat back, so you can harness that booster seat back into the back of that seat using a latch system and take it and anchor it down behind the seat as well. So great ways to really protect all those kids, and that way you don't have to use those shoulder harnesses for that back there. So again, a lot of safety precautions taken here. A couple other ones I want to talk about. One of them part of the Co-Pilot 360 package, and that's your pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. So you have front collision warning, You do have brake support as well. Now this isn't front sensing system. I do want to, I've had some people question that in the past. This engages when you go over a certain speed limit. So once you're over that speed, it's going to engage this front collision. And so if the car in front of you is maybe going much slower than you are and you're not hitting your brake, or they're stopped in front of you and you're not paying attention, it's going to warn you with a series of tones as well as a message on your instrument cluster there or your productivity screen. And then if you don't initiate your brakes, it's going to with that brake system. So the whole goal here is it may avoid that accident altogether, but the whole goal is to brake you so that it will lessen the severity if you do get in that accident if you're going that fast. So a great system there. It does also come with post-collision braking is something too that we've been seeing on the Edge for a couple years now, and that's going to be equipped with this. So post-collision braking, basically it's going to brake it. So let's say maybe you are unconscious or something, you're not able to hit the brake after you have an accident. You don't want yourself going wandering over into another lane or something like that. So post-collision braking will take effect. So hopefully, again, make that accident less severe, not having other cars in that situation as well. So some great features there. Does have EPAS as well, electric power assist steering. That really helps you out. Steers, when you're going slower, it's going to be easier for you to turn that steering wheel. Faster speeds, stiffen it up so that way you don't get pushed from side to side as much in those windy days on the highway and that kind of thing with that crosswind. So some great features here. Also does have perimeter alarm and the secure code passive anti-theft system. So some great ways to protect it from people getting into your vehicle, especially even if you have your windows rolled down, you have the vehicle locked. If somebody reaches in, it's going to set that alarm off and it's going to honk those horns so that everybody knows there's someone trying to get in your vehicle. So anyway, so great system there. But let's go ahead. I think I've covered everything as part of the safety features. If I missed anything out, we'll cover it as we go around the vehicle, but let's move to the front. Now, as we move to the front, we do want to talk about some mechanical features as well as some of the exterior look and design of the front of the vehicle too. So first I want to talk about is the Bronco Sport. Having that Bronco name is made to go off-road. They come standard in 4x4 with the terrain management system. So even the base trim will have terrain management system with the 5 GO modes. And for its acronym is Go Over Any Type Terrain. So it does come with the 5 GO modes for your base trim. So you have normal, you have eco, you have sport, and you have slippery and sand. And what I like is there is a dial for that. Real easy to be able to switch through those at any time right there in front of the console. So you just use the GO.A.t mode switch there. Now also let's get to the engine. I want to pop the hood and I want to show you something special about this. To pop the hood, there's a latch over here. Most vehicles will have a latch, but it says pull twice. Show you what it does. When you pull it once, it's about like any other vehicle. It's going to pull it. It does have that safety latch there just in case it pops at any point. But if you pull it a second time, you'll notice it pops it, releases it completely. So you don't have a switch you have to try to find, no yellow latch. Look for that in there. You don't have that. You just lift it up. So I love that. They've been doing that with Escape, Explorer, and some of the newer vehicles. So I love how they've transitioned that over to the Bronco Sport as well. The only engine that's available with the base trim is the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder EcoBoost engine. That engine does deliver 181 horsepower, 190 pound-feet of torque. So that engine does, it's a 3-cylinder, it is a 1-cylinder deactivation. So if you're in situations in town, it's going to deactivate that, help you get better fuel economy. Speaking of that, it should get about 25 miles per gallon in the city and about 28 miles per gallon on the highway. Pretty good fuel economy for a SUV that's made to go off-road. So it is going to be also paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. As you'll see there, 8-speed along with the 1.5 and the chassis, it does share with the Escape. So it is on the same Escape platform, engine, as well as transmission as we do see with the 2020 Ford Escape and of course the 2021. Now to make this capable, I didn't shut it all the way, so let me show you if that happens. You just pull that once. So that's going to go ahead and unlatch it so that we can lift it up and we can go ahead and shut it. Okay, now this does come with active grille shutters on the front, so it's really hard to see through there, but right now they're open and they will open and shut at will. You don't have to do anything to engage that. So if you're going in town, should open those up a little bit slower speeds to allow for the airflow in to cool it down. And then on the highway it shuts it since there's plenty of air coming underneath to cool it off so that you get a little better aerodynamics. Also, to make this an off-road capable vehicle, it does have front and rear stabilizer bar, so you're going to have those capabilities along with this vehicle, and you're going to also get hill start assist that's going to come standard equipment on these. Now let's talk about the styling up here. You will see it does have the carbon black grille up here with the high gloss and black Bronco lettering. So I like that, you know, even on the base trim, usually you will see it, you know, progress up as you go through the different trims, but I do like the black high gloss look up here. This make it pop a little bit on the front of the vehicle. You have LED headlights. So LED headlights are standard equipment on these. It does try to bring back having those round headlights, the Bronco of the past, to the current Bronco Sport. So I love the look there. It will also get not only LED low beams, but high beams. So you will go auto headlights. So as part of the Co-Pilot 360, you're going to get the auto headlights, which means, you know, if it's dark outside, you're not in the city lights, it's going to turn those high beams on. If you're in the city lights or a car approaches you, it's going to automatically turn them off. It is a feature you can activate and deactivate in your lighting section of your productivity screen, so you can deactivate that if you want to. I know I live on a road that's windy and cars are, boom, they're right there, and I don't like the auto high beams turning on and off in there, and those sections are especially in town as well, so I deactivate mine. So you can activate and deactivate it at will there. Also, you do see it does have body colored bumper up here on the upper part, and then down here you have them molded in black. Down there, it really helps it be a little more durable. Rocks and things like that hitting underneath there. You will see license plate bracket. States that require front license plate, it is standard equipment. Don't have to order it, it's going to come with it. States like Kansas, we don't require front tag. It is actually optional equipment. It's a no charge option, so we order it on all of our vehicles and put it on there. We do a lot of out-of-state sales, so a lot of times we like to have it on there. Plus we have a lot of people here in Kansas that like to have a personalized tag, something fun on the front of it to be able to put on there and show people their style and what they're kind of about. So I think I've covered everything on the front of the vehicle. Let's go ahead and move around to the side. Now, as we move to the side over here, you're going to see the standard wheel on the base trim. It's a 17-inch sparkle silver painted alloy wheel, and it's going to come paired with the all-season tires as standard equipment on these. Now, you're going to see on a lot of your base trims some molded in black moldings. First of all, it's for durability, but also for your base trims, you usually see that in a lot of places. So we're going to point those out. One of them is your wheel lip moldings. Front and back are going to be that way. The rocker molding on the side, and in fact I like how it kind of sticks out a little bit to hopefully take the brunt of most of those rocks that you might encounter right there. The back side of your mirrors, so your mirror caps are going to be that shape, but it does have the manual fold mirrors there. Your door handles, and I do like the design in the door handles themselves, so try to get you a close-up of those. The door handles are going to be that way as well. And also your roof rack rails up here are going to have that same material up on the top too, so you're going to have those side rails up on top of your roof. And then over here, you're going to see some of that too. So that might, this accent right there might change based on the different trim of the vehicle. So I think I've covered all of them here. You will see a high gloss finish here on the pillars, and then it's going to be always going to be black. And that gives you this floating roof line look to it. It does have that safari style roof. It's going to be body colored on these base trims. So always be body colored. Don't have an option for any other color. When you go on up to, I think, the Outer Banks, you're going to get an option for a black roof or make them standard with a black roof. But on the base trim, it's going to be body colored to match. Now this happens to be carbonized gray if you're curious on the color. So carbonized gray body and the roof, and then it's going to have that black through the middle here. So I love the look of that there. Also, it does have a keyless entry. So even on these, unlock, lock with this. It does have the flip key, and it does say Bronco on the back of it as well. So that's the kind of key and the remote you're going to get from even the base trim. Let's talk about the mirrors for a second. It does have power mirrors, so you can be able to control that inside. Also, it's going to come standard with your Bliss with cross-check alert. So part of the Co-Pilot 360 features, Bliss monitors your blind spot. So if there's someone going to be in your blind spot, if you go and look in that mirror, it's going to put a light. It's going to light up those two cars right there on the mirror corner and let you know there's someone in that lane. It's not safe to go in that lane. If you put your turn signal on, it actually blink for you. So they want you to be able to know that you can see that there's someone in your blind spot. Also, as you're backing up, someone's going to cross your path behind you. It's going to use those same sensors to let you know. It's going to put a light in the corner of the mirror from the side they're coming from, puts a message on the dash telling you if they're coming from the left or the right, in a series of tones, and it's not safe to back up. So giving you some clips from what Ford has on their YouTube channel for different things. So it's not really on the Bronco Sport, but gives you a good idea of kind of what that technology will do for you. So love that. Also, another feature as part of the Co-Pilot 360, the standard equipment on even the base, is your lane keeping system. So lane keeping system has three features. It has a driver alert feature. So if you're taking your hands off the steering wheel too often, it alerts you and lets you know that. Maybe you need to pull off, have some coffee. Also, it does have a lane aid system, lane keeping aid, and an alert system. So what the alert system will do is you'll let you leave your lane, but it's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you're past your lane, you're over those lines, and let you know that so you can correct yourself and come back. Or you have the aid system, and the aid system helps keep you in your lane. So it won't let you get over the lines. It's going to get to those lines. It's going to try to bring you back in. So you can see on those zones on that image there from some footage that I have is that, you know, basically the alert system, you'll go out that way, but it will vibrate the steering wheel, and really it starts vibrating as you get to the line. It doesn't let you get all the way over before it lets you know and does that, because that's usually what I use when I use the lane keeping system. But then the aid system will help you keep you in your lane. So I love how that works, and that's going to be standard equipment on even the base trim. Last feature is the Easy Fuel capless filler. This technology has been around the Ford vehicles for a long time. No cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. You just open the door, put the nozzle in and fill it up. It does have a double door system, so the nozzle has to be the exact size of what you get at the pump. So that's why if you run out of gas, you need to use it. None of the cans that you get at the stores or anything are going to be the correct size. You'll have to use the funnel, which we'll show you where that's located in a little bit, to go ahead and fill it up. So great system there. I've had some people that are concerned that I don't like that because I'm afraid people will put things in my gas, but it's a double door system, so it works pretty well there. So I think I've covered all the standard features here on the side. Let's move to the back. So now we're going to move to the back where, you know, if you're going to go out camping, you're going to go out hiking, that kind of stuff, you kind of want to know, how does the back look? How does it function? What kind of cargo room do I have? So let's cover the back here. Now here in the back, up here high, you're going to have a center high mounted stoplight, so that's your brake light. So when you're braking, even those tall vehicles are going to be able to see you. Rear defrost does have a rear wiper as well to try to keep that clean from any kind of snow and ice. You will see a little Bronco emblem right there on the glass, so that's pretty cool. They add those little treasures around the vehicle. This does have a flip open glass, so you can actually, there's a button on the left over here. You just press that and it releases that, so you can open that up. Put those last items in there for really piling it up. You can do that, or if you just want to reach something real quick and not have to open up the lift gate, you can do it that way as well. Latches pretty easily. You'll also notice now the LED tail lights, so LED headlights as well as LED tail lights on the vehicle. You do see the Bronco lettering. This here, it says Bronco Sport on the back, and it is in that same color as you would see on the Bronco on the front of the vehicle. Rear view camera as well, so as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you, so that's standard equipment. Does not have the sensor, so keep that in mind. It won't alert you, but you will be able to see as you're backing up. Molded in black bumper back here too, so again, more durable. You're going to see that same type of material up front. Back bumpers, as well as the wheel-lip moldings, lower rocker molding, that kind of thing back here. And then it does have a manual lift-up glass. In fact, I think on all the lineup, even from the base on up, it is going to be a manual glass. So you just flip a little lever there if you have it unlocked, which I do. You can just press that button and then lift it on up and lift it all the way up. Now I am 5'11", just so you know, on height, so probably someone 6 feet. Anybody over that is probably going to have to duck a little bit to get in here. We'll show you these little LEDs, little lights here. These little spotlights that come down. You can rotate it. There's one on each side over there. The button to open that is in here on the left side of that cargo, so you can turn that on and you can flip these down. If you're camping at night or something like that, then you can be able to see here, see your cargo a little bit better, because there's an interior light in here as well, which I have the interior lights shut off right now, but you can do that as well. So I love that and how that all works right there. In the cargo area, base trim does come with carpeted flooring, and it's going to come with carpeted mats for the seats on the front seat, and you'll see the Bronco Sport emblem there, so I love how that looks. Typically we have them in the plastic, so I'm kind of glad that this one, both of them will have that nice Bronco Sport embroidering there, so I love that. Carpeted on the floor, as well as the seat backs, as you can see there. We can lay those seats down, so I'm going to actually show you a clip of me doing that, some B-roll there for you. So I want to lay both of those seats down. 60-40 split bench seat, so you can lay one down or the other. Both. If you're wanting to get that into your bike rack system, you'll need to, of course, lay the seats down to be able to use that in there. You will see some different loops and tie downs on the bottom over here, one on each, or two on each side, I should say. And then also you have the carabiner hooks and loops up here on both sides. So on the left there, where the little light is for the hatch, as well as on the right side, you're going to see a power point on that side with those carabiner loops and hooks over there too. Underneath here, you will see this does come out. If you need to, take it all the way out. But you do have a mini spare tire in there, so you will get a spare. It's going to be inside, not underneath. getting in the way of any kind of off-road. There's where you're going to see your funnel, as well as some little spots to be able to put some smaller items in there if you want to kind of put them under there. So I love how that all works. And it does have kind of a double system here. So you'll notice you do have the lower system like this. Now, if you do get the tow package, some vehicles had it. Our Big Ben had the tow package. It's going to actually lift that flat load level up here, and it's going to actually give it more of a lip to kind of make the difference for a full-size spare. And so basically that's why they have this other section right here is for that reason. Plus, if you put it up there and lay the seats down, you have a little bit better transition up and over those seats since they don't lay completely flat in the vehicle there. So I think I've covered everything back here. So let's go ahead and move inside and show you some of the great features on the inside. Now moving to the interior, and this is where you're going to spend most of your time in here. It is going to have your ebony interior, your black interior, so you can see what it looks like throughout there. You're going to see also around your vents. Your vents themselves are going to be a black. You're going to have that kind of that molded in black around those vents there too. So that will change based on what trim you have. So you can kind of see as you scroll across the dash with that image there, what that dash is going to look like, what the interior is going to look like with the gray interior on the doors, some nice different accents around it. Your seats are going to be cloth seating surfaces, so real nice seat features here. So I love the inserts in these. A very comfortable seat. They are supposed to be kind of more of a durable seat that you can wash out if you get it a little dirty. So real nice, not spray wash out, but wipe down, easy clean is what they're calling a lot of those seats. So a little bit different look to them for each one. You do have a 6-way manual adjustment for the driver over here. So you do have a height adjustment. So I can take this up and down. I think it's up now, so I can move it down and up. I do have another lever for the backrest, so there's 2 more positions there, as well as the little lever on the front that lets it go forward and back. The manual seat over here is going to have a adjustment for that seat cushion to go forward and back, as well as the backrest can be adjusted, but up and down, it cannot go up and down. That's the difference between the 4-way versus the 2-way manual adjustment there. Back seat, 60-40 split bench seat for that back seat cushion. I already showed you how that works. Behind the console, you will also see a USB port back there, and then also USB Type-C. So if you have some of those newer phones, a lot of times have the USB Type-C, a little bit faster charging. So if you have that type of plug-in, use that for those cell phones. They'll charge much faster for you. Here on the windows, or on the door over here, I should say, you have power windows, locks, and mirror switch. Over here, you do have an auto one-touch for, or they call it one-touch down for the driver's window only. So that means you just hard press it, it's going to go down automatically, and don't have to hold it. You will have to hold it going up though, as well as with all the other windows. Over here on the headlights, on the left side over there is going to be a button for your lift gate. That is to unlock the lift gate, not for it to go up. So you would press it, it allows the lift gate to pop on the back, so those in the back, if they need to grab some stuff, put some stuff in there, you're able to do that up here without having to get out of the vehicle. To the right of the headlights, actually I'm going to show you how these headlights work. If you have those shut off for some reason, when you shut the vehicle off, the next time you turn the vehicle on, it's going to automatically flip to auto setting. So it does that automatically, so that way if you need the headlights on, they're going to come on and not be turned off, or maybe even on it or left on as well. So when you flip that off, it's automatically going to kick that off there. To the right of that is where you're going to see the light for dimming your productivity screen in here. So it's going to make that brighter or dimmer based on the plus and minus you use over there. So you do have a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. The lever is over here to the left. You just flip that down. It'll go up and down, forward and back, so you can get it just right, no matter size driver you are. So adjust that. The seat to your legs, and then move the steering wheel where you need it to go. Left side of the steering wheel, you do have your cruise control on the top of that chrome accent there. So cruise control is going to be standard equipment on the base trim. Below that are going to be audio controls for your being able to turn up and down, as well as mute it without having to go over here and take your hands off the steering wheel. Right side of that, on the bottom of that little chrome accent, is going to be your Bluetooth controls where you make and receive phone calls. You can also forward and back through your different presets for your audio right there as well. And then above that is where you're going to see the controls for your productivity screen. 4.2-inch productivity screen. So typically what we see on a lot of our base trim. So you can go ahead and switch through those different settings I mentioned earlier. If you want to adjust, you know, turning on and off the your auto high beams or some of those features, you'll do it using those buttons right there. Now on the little levers over here, the one on the left, of course, is for your turn signal. Also on the end is where you would activate and deactivate your lane keeping system. So you'd press it in if you want to activate it, and depress it if you want to deactivate it that way too. Forward and back is for your brights. And then over here is going to be for your wipers. So you can adjust that. The middle one, or the one on the end, will be the wiper in the back. So that's always controlled back here. A lot of times that's turned on from the factory sometimes. And then of course your intermittent, and then you turn it, you move it up and down to turn it to full wipe and such from there. Now over here onto the instrument cluster, or the center stack is what they call it. The climate control is a single zone manual climate control. So everybody in the vehicle are going to have the same climate there. So pretty easy to see those. I love the buttons and the knobs on those two, on the your fan speed as well as your temperature. I love the ruggedness and the rubberized on the outside. Just makes it feel like you're in, you know, an off-road vehicle right there. You do have a little tray right there, so it's kind of a grippy tray, so you can put things in there, maybe even a cell phone if you want to, tuck it in there. It can sit right there, wallet, whatever it might be. And then for your audio controls, it is a 6-speaker AM/FM stereo system. It does also come with a Sync 3 system. That's that 8-inch touchscreen right there, so you can make and receive phone calls, connect your phone via Bluetooth. Of course, control your you know, radio controls through that too. So some different functions right there, and that's where you're going to see your backup camera come into view as well, is on that screen. And I love when you turn the Bronco on, you see those rocks right there. That just looks awesome on the vehicle when you turn it on. Your mirror up here is it does have a day-night switch here, so it is a manual day-night. So if someone comes up with those bright lights, you can just flip it towards you, and it's going to take that down so they won't blind you or anything. On the overhead console, you do have a sunglass bin. You can just flip it down, put sunglasses in there when you want to tuck those in there, or other items. And then you do have light switches are right here. I have it turned off just for adjustment for the lighting or for the camera here, but you can turn that to the doors, as well as you can turn it on, just flipping it left and right there. Going back down here into the console area and the flow-through console, you do have what they call the media hub is right down in here. That's where you can put maybe even your cell phone down in there. As you go up on different trims, you'll get wireless charging options on the left side. That's where that phone would go, so it's a good spot for that, because they're going to make it open on all the different trims, so that's someplace you can tuck your cell phone if you want to. You also see down in there a USB port, USB Type-C, just like you'd see on the back of the console, and then also you get a power point down there too, so you can power any other chargers. If you still have those, you can plug them into that 12-volt right there. So then you do have the rotary gear shift right here, so rotary dial I should say. So, and again, has that nice rugged rubberized feel to it, just like your g.o.a.t mode does that we showed you earlier. For that, you do have an electric parking brake right here, and you do have an auto hold. Auto hold means that you can just press that button, take your foot off the brake. And so if you're at a stoplight for a long period of time, or maybe you're on a hill and you want to make sure you can transition over easily, if there's someone close behind you, you can just press that button and it'll do that. Once you hit the gas, it's going to deactivate it. And then your g.o.a.t mode switch right behind that, which we talked about earlier. Your console here, you can flip this open. It does have another power point in there. So you have 2 power points, or actually 3, one in the cargo area. You have 2 USB ports, 2 USB Type-Cs, plenty of ways to stay connected. You have little slots for those wires to come through from the console as well. Did forget to mention, with the Sync 3 system, you do get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So if you want that kind of configuration or integration, you can have that on the screen using that. Also, it does come with the Ford Pass Connect. So that's a way where you can stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app. So it's a free app you download. You put your VIN number in there, which you can scan on the door pretty easily, and then go ahead and add your vehicle. At that point, you can go ahead and remote start your vehicle from anywhere. You can unlock and lock your vehicle. You can do all kinds of great things. Locate your vehicle, schedule remote start times, one of my favorite, right through that system, even on the base trim, which is really cool. That is free. The app's free. The connectivity is free for the lifetime you own the vehicle. Ford has just made that part of the vehicle using that Ford Pass app. So also you'll get alerts for service, different things like that coming through the app. So I definitely recommend you to download the app, connect your vehicle that way. So I think I've covered all the standard equipment here on the interior as well as around the outside. Let's do a little bit of recap and talk a little bit about the warranties and the free shipping information. So that's all your standard equipment on the base trim of the Bronco Sport. Now keep in mind, they all get a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty. Also, if you're looking for information on the different optional equipment, check out my video that I did on the build and price for that. Of course, I'll link that down in the description. So check that out if you wanted to see, you know, what different options you are. Base trim doesn't have as many options. There are some great accessories you're going to be able to get after you get your Bronco here or your Bronco Sport. So even, you know, you can even get some of the things that are on the factory showing that the order, like this one here, we ordered actually the cargo mat as well as the floor liners and the mud flaps for this particular vehicle. But those are things that can be ordered from your accessories department or parts department after you get your vehicle. We ordered on this one because we know at the beginning it's going to be hard to get those different supplies. That's why we ordered on this particular model that way. So do check out our website for our Bronco Sport inventory. So you can go to lawmcarthur.com. There, of course, just go to your new tab, check out our different Bronco Sport inventory. Right now we have 2 in stock. We have some others I think that are due in, including a Badlands. So check those out so you can see our different inventory. You also see our pricing right there on our website, including rebates right there as well. So if you have any questions, of course, you can call or send us a text message. Numbers are on the screen as well as they'll be down in the description for you. And so always give us a call if you have any questions at all. And don't forget, also leave your comments on this video. Love getting that feedback. Oh, I wanted to tell you a little bit more information about the free shipping. So let's talk about that. If you're wanting to get a Bronco Sport from us, maybe you don't live close to us, we'll do free shipping for you. The only thing we ask is you finance a vehicle with us. So a lot of people will finance a vehicle anyway. So if they finance it with us, lenders will give us enough kickback, hopefully cover most of the cost to ship it to you. We do cap it at $1,000 for that reason. But we can usually ship, since we're in Salina, Kansas, ship it to about any of the coasts for about $1,000. For the most part. So we've been shipping vehicles all over the country. This year, over 1,000 different vehicles shipped to different areas outside of our zip code, outside of our state, I should say. And so be one of those if you want to. Get a nice Bronco Sport delivered right to your door. Do everything by phone, via FedEx, and even a lot of times right there on our website too, where we have that capability. So check that out if you want to. Also, don't forget, leave your comments down below. Love getting that feedback. Smash a like button if you like the video. Don't forget also to share this video out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit the red subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. You can also find us on social media. We're at McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So check us out there. We do some different things on each one of those. So have a little fun, see what's going on in the way of Ford news, as well as different specials we have going on here, as well, posted right there on our social media site. So again, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, we'll see you later.